How's it going, Tube Tech students? It's your boy Diddles, and I would like to welcome you back to another episode of Dramatic Diddles. I do want to apologize. I know I did not upload yesterday. I just needed a break. I was working myself to death trying to do so many things at once. But after today, I should be able to just pound these out. I'm so excited to tell you the news tomorrow in the next Dramatic Diddles. But to make up for it, there are going to be 31 Dramatic Diddles this month. Just expect one day that there's going to be a double upload. I won't tell you when, but there's just going to be a random double upload one day, and you guys are going to get two. But anyway, today we're going a bit more wholesome. I know you guys are enjoying the smut. I know you all like cheating in No Nut November, watching these stories and just everywhere. But we're going to delve back into the wholesome. We're sticking with Sonic, but this time, not Sonic Ultimate Harem, not Sonic Underground, but Sonic Boom. That's right. I love Sonic Boom. Today, we have a story called Amy Turned Sticks into Her Sister by James M. Another rated K fanfiction. Honestly, I don't think I could bring myself to read anything from Sonic Boom that's rated M because that show means so much to me. So, what do you say we cue the music? That's not the right music, but you know what? We'll stick with it today. And what do you say we jump right in? Writer's note. A friend of mine asked me to write a story about Amy Rose magically turning Styx the Badger into her sister. So what the heck? Sounds like a cool story worth writing. I'm not doing this for profit. I don't own these characters. Our very bizarre yet interesting story begins one peaceful bygone island night, well after another battle between Team Sonic and the infamous yet pathetic Lightning Bolt Society. Amy had invited her friend Styx the Badger over to her house for a sleepover party. It was just the two of them, nothing else too major other than them playing games, watching TV, and sleeping. When Amy first talked to Styx about the sleepover, the Badger girl had been skeptical and thought the sleepover would involve pod people and the Illuminati until the pink hedgehog had assured her that there would be definitely no pod people or Illuminati showing up. That got Styx to agree to come over to Amy's for the sleepover. As Styx arrived at Amy's small house by the lake, well outside Hedgehog Village. Okay, yeah, it's Hedgehog Village. I don't know the name of the island. She remembered the last time the two of them had hung out and had fun together without the guys around. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were busy elsewhere, having some adventures with no villains like Eggman running around. The girls had all the time in the world for the night. Not even thinking about her fears and little knowing of what events of the night would bring, the Badger approached the door and knocked. Amy answered the door and hugged Styx, inviting her inside while expressing how happy she was to see her friend.
I'm happy to see my BFF too, Amy.
Styx replied, hugging Amy back.
Thanks for being nice.
The girls went inside and closed the whore. The girls went inside and closed the door behind them. The very first thing Amy decided on doing for their slumber party was a bit of fuzzy puppy buddies, and since Styx had never played the game before, decided to show her friend how it was done before they played. Always curious, the Badger took Amy up on the fuzzy puppy buddies game offer. Bringing out the game, the pink hedgehog showed Styx the board and the chess pieces, specifically the dogs that were part of the game. Even getting enthusiastic when she showed her friend her favorite dog in the game, Gertie the Bulldog. It's a strong-ass piece if you give him the right accessory. After hearing the term bulldog a ton, Styx questioned if bulldogs came from bulls and dogs that mixed together.
Bulldogs are just a type of dog, Styx,
Amy explained.
Don't worry. All right, I'll buy that until something comes up.
With the discrepancy and confusion settled, the girls started playing fuzzy puppy buddies with Amy and Styx somewhat against each other. The game was like playing chess, and the dogs were essentially in the roles of pawns and kings. Amy made a move, and Styx made a move. Since Amy was the master at this, it seemed to be obvious Styx was going to lose. Styx attempted to make a move that could knock Amy out of the game, but the pink hedgehog and her fake dogs caught on to that and blocked the Badger's every shot. By the end, victory went to a very happy Amy who resisted the urge to brag, and Styx hugged her, which almost surprised the pink hedgehog, since she thought her BFF would be upset by this. You're not getting a lot of points for character, buddy. Following another round of fuzzy puppy buddies, the girls decided to put it away and do something else, like having tea and watching something like the latest edition of the Comedy Chimp Show. Amy already had the tea on standby and brought it out on in china cups. I don't know what sound I just made. Amy already had the tea on standby and brought it out in china cups. She and Styx sat on the sofa and the pink hedgehog turned the TV on, blipping to the Comedy Chimp Show. A commercial break had just finished and a new edition of the late night show was returning, making it obvious the girls had missed the first part of it. We now return to the Comedy Chimp Show, starring your guest host, Comedy Chimp, the announcer said. Comedy Chimp appeared on the TV, waving to the audience in his eccentric manner.
Welcome back, folks.
CC happily said, holding out some papers in his hands as he sat at his TV studio desk.
Hope you're having a great time as I am, because we got ourselves a special surprise guest on the show tonight. It's nobody you ever expected to see on our show, since this guy never appeared on the show until today. Please welcome Steve Morpho Eggman.
Both girls gasped in shock when they saw the blonde-haired shape-shifting Eggman look-alike appear on screen. I'm sorry if you see me smiling. I'm thinking of Morpho from the show, and it brings me such joy. He was such a good character. Sonic Boom Season 3 is not gonna happen. I almost said Sonic Boom Season 3 when it's not gonna happen. It's okay. It's okay. It had a good run. It was good. It did what it needed to do. I just wish there was more of it. Both girls gasped in shock when they saw the blonde-haired shape-shifting Eggman look-alike appear on screen, sitting on the couch. Is my microphone on? Yeah, it's on. Why the heck was Eggman's alternate universe shape-shifting robot and self-proclaimed long-lost brother appearing on the Comedy Chimp show? Was this another one of Eggman's evil schemes?
Thanks for letting me be on here, monkey bro,
Morpho said casually in his surfer dude voice.
It is so cool to be here. I've been watching this bro show for weeks now. I hope Mombot's watching this since she has TV at her place. After all, I am the coolest guy that this universe has ever seen, especially when some folks think I'm Dr. Eggman's long-lost brother.
So, Steve, CC remarked, we hear that your dimension got blown up by your universe's Eggman. Care to tell us about how that happened?
It was an accident. Eggman was experimenting with his invention and plotting a way to get rid of Sonic when things went awry and blew up in the lab, causing trans-dimensional damage.
And you got out of there before your universe imploded?
You can thank my interdimensional portal creators for that.
So, how often do you assist our world's Eggman in his schemes?
Not very often, bro dog. I mostly chill at Mombot's place, and it's very rare when I do stuff with this universe's version of my creator. Did Sonic tell you about the time Eggman and I tried to get rid of him by sending him to another dimension where he never existed?
He sure did when he appeared on the Comedy Chimp show, and it's a real shame I can't visit another dimension without risking the possibility of a space-time anomaly destroying the universe if I ever met, well, myself. I would be thrilled to hang out with another version of me.
As Morpho and Comedy Chimp talked, and the more Styx thought about when Morpho pretended to be Eggman's brother, the more she thought about family. The Badger never knew her family since she was abandoned at a young age, just years before she met Sonic. Then she looked at Amy. Did she have any family members somewhere? Maybe a sibling or two? Thinking about it a bit longer, the Badger couldn't stand constantly thinking about it anymore and tapped Amy on the shoulder before whispering,
Amy, do you have a sister somewhere?
Half surprised, the pink hedgehog picked up the remote and paused the TV before looking at Styx.
What brought that up, Styx? I've been thinking, since Eggman had family at one point and may have real siblings out there, and since you and the guys have had family, do you have a sister?
Styx explained.
I've always wondered what your family was like outside of Team Sonic. Well,
Amy cupped her chin thinking about it.
I don't really have a sister, but you and I are like sisters sometimes.
An idea suddenly clicked in her mind.
Styx, how would you like to try to be my sister? What?
Styx was surprised to hear her BFF ask that.
But I'm a badger. How can I be your sister? Are you suggesting that you might make me your adopted sister or... I know you're a badger, sweetie.
Amy hugged the feral badger.
But if you say yes, I can fix that. Styx, you never knew your family. I haven't had any relatives in a while. Please do this for me, Styx. Just trust me, please.
The badger shrugged.
All right. This better be good.
A squealing Amy hugged her happily, thanking Styx for standing up from the sofa and dragged her back to her room with a large pink curtain. Sir, this is rated K. Don't do what I think you're about to do. Amy gestured for a confused Styx to get behind it, instructing her sweetly on what to do behind it. Not knowing what was going on, the curious jungle badger walked behind the curtain and Amy picked up something from the table. It was a black and white magic wand. The pink hedgehog cleared her throat, pointed the wand at Styx behind the curtain and waved it. Magical pink sparkles emitted from the wand and the curtain started glowing.
Amy, what's...
Styx started to say. The next thing she knew, she was enveloped by a magical light and she felt cold and then warm, as well as a little fuzzy. Styx felt as though her entire being was changing completely. She didn't know what was going on, even as her fur rippled and her fur color started changing and her attire started shifting. The badger was magically lifted into the air as her magic metamorphosis unfolded. Ooh. That's nice alliteration right there. She felt a small bit of pain and winced, closing her eyes and unsure what to think. The weirdness lasted for minutes until the light faded and Styx landed on the ground. Amy put down the wand and called out to Styx for her to come out now. Feeling dizzy, she rose to her feet and rubbed her head, feeling a bit of frontal hedgehog hair, and then she ran a hand on every side of her head, noticing that something had changed. Styx looked down at herself, noticing a different outfit on her. High heels and a purple-pink dress along with white gloves and gold bracelets, just like Amy's gloves and bracelets. Styx walked out from behind the curtain and her best friend squealed happily, running up and hugging her tightly.
Oh, you look so cute!
Amy cried and held up a mirror, allowing Styx to see the new version of herself. She was no longer a badger, but a female hedgehog with scarlet pink fur and peach tan on her arms and muzzle.
Welcome to the family, Styx!
Amy said happily, putting away the mirror and grabbing a camera.
Or rather, Sammy?
Sammy? Sammy? Sammy? Sammy. Because her name's Amy. Sammy? Sammy. Nope. Don't like it.
Oh, we're gonna have a great time together. Wait until Sonic and the guys see you. It's gonna be incredible.
I'm a voice actor. I do things from time to time.
Amy set the camera to automatic flash and stood next to the change Styx, now known as Sammy. Flash. The picture was taken and Amy looked at the photo showing her with her new sister before putting it on the wall and putting the camera away.
I feel weird,
Sammy said, feeling almost humiliated to have gone from a badger to a hedgehog. Amy gave her new sister a hug.
It's okay, you'll get used to it. It's not so bad. Yeah, maybe being a hedgehog isn't so bad.
The new Sammy thought as she hugged Amy back. Once everything had simmered down, the girls decided it was bedtime and headed for Amy's bedroom, where the pink hedgehog already had another bed prepared for her new sister. Much to Sammy's relief, since she didn't want to sleep in the same bed as her sister. The girls changed into a decent pair of pajamas before turning out the lights. Amy turned on a pair of night lights so sleeping would be easier in a dimly lit room instead of having to sleep in the dark. They climbed into their beds and pulled the sheets over themselves, saying goodnight to each other. Sammy felt uneasy, but this would be something she'd get used to for now. The end. I like Sonic Boom. Grading. Punctuation and grammar. Not a lot of misspellings. I actually didn't notice any misspellings in this. I'd have to go back and check, but as you know, I'm too lazy to do that. I will say, when it comes to punctuation, you use a lot of commas instead of periods, so I'm gonna have to take points for that. So, punctuation and grammar, gotta give you a 7 out of 10. Story. I can't see this in an episode of Sonic Boom. I can see the premise, Styx being transformed to a hedgehog. There's probably a way they could work that into the plot. But when it comes to the whole magic portion, I don't see that being a part of it. The comedy chip section was on point. This nigga is so fucking stupid and broke. He'd get anyone on the show that he possibly could. He literally accepted a sponsorship from Eggman at some point. So you know what? Yeah, you know what? That comedy chimps section, that was on point. Fuzzy Puppies, me personally, I can't see Styx playing it, but I don't know. She'd probably do it for Amy, just for fun. Don't dox yourself on my recording. Characters. Honestly, as I said, comedy chimp, Morpho, completely on point. Amy, yeah, I can definitely see her doing some stuff. Probably should have thrown in some more feminism stuff, because like every time she opens her mouth, it's always something about that. That's what made her character so great. I loved Boom Amy. Styx, she was almost there. Like, you mentioned her fear of Podbots and the Illuminati, but after that it was pretty much just out of nowhere. But yeah, oh yeah, I didn't grade you on story. Story, I'm giving you an 8 out of 10. As for characters, I'm gonna give you a 6 out of 10. So your final grade for today is 7 out of 10. Good job. Good job. I definitely want to check out some of your other stories. Definitely work on the punctuation and grammar. Definitely watch a little bit more Sonic Boom to make sure you can characterize these characters correctly, because you had a really good grasp on Comedy Chimp and Morpho. So yeah, with that being said, class is dismissed. Don't forget to drop a like and check out the Patreon on your way out. And with that being said, until next time, diddle out.